On the way to the chip shop. You know Mike's gonna hold that encore against you for life, right? Donna asks, amused. Davy shrugs, still high on adrenaline. So he'll tell the story at every party for the next decade. I've got more than enough brilliant schemes up my sleeve to keep him and the world entertained. He says this with a self-important hand flourish, making her laugh. Donna grins, linking her arm through his. You're certainly good at keeping me entertained, I'll give you that. Davy chuckles, pulling her closer. That's my charm, love. Always up for a good time and never leaving anyone bored. She rolls her eyes affectionately. I don't know, sometimes I could use a bit of quiet, a break from the madcap antics and last-minute musical stunts. She nudges him gently with her shoulder. Can you promise me one thing, Davy? He quirks an eyebrow, a glimmer of a teasing smile playing on his lips. Name it, sweetheart. Just one night. He looks down at her, the teasing softening you in curiosity. A single night? She smiles, squeezing his arm. A quiet, ordinary evening without any grand gestures, antics, or musical numbers. Just a chance to be boring for once. Can you handle that? He grins, feigning a dramatic swoon. A night without my charm and cunning? That's a tall order, love. She swats his arm playfully. It's not like I'm asking for a lifetime commitment, just one night. Can the great Davy Jones go a measly 12 hours without a grand scheme? Davy pretends to consider this, then shrugs nonchalantly. I suppose I could manage, but on one condition. And, She raises an eyebrow, bracing herself for whatever outlandish demand is coming. All right, I'll bite. What's the condition? He stops in his tracks, turning to face her. You have to promise me one thing, sweetheart. His tone is suddenly serious, eyes locked on hers. She tilts her head, studying his expression. Yeah? And what's that? No matter how ordinary the night is, he says, his voice steady, promise me it'll be ours, that we'll make even the most ordinary moments memorable, in our own way. She's taken aback by the sincerity in his voice. Of course, I promise. He nods, the intensity lingering in his eyes. Good, because after all the madness we've been through together, a night of ordinary with you sounds pretty bloody perfect. Davy's grin flickers back like a struck match, all mischief again as he tugs her toward the glowing chip shop ahead. Then let's make history, love. The world's first boring night out with Davy Jones. He throws open the door with a jingle of bells, announcing to the empty vinyl booth, 2 orders of chips, extra vinegar, and absolutely no tambourine solos. Pauses. Unless you want one? The old cook at the fryer sighs. Not you again. Donna bursts out laughing as Davy clutches his chest in mock offense. Final scene. The flickering neon of the chip shop casts a warm glow over their booth as Davy steals a fry from Donna's plate, grinning when she swats his hand away. Outside, rain starts to patter against the windows, soft, steady, ordinary. For once, there's no audience screaming his name, no scheming, no stage lights, just the hum of the fryer and Donna rolling her eyes as he attempts to balance a chip on his nose like a circus seal. Spoiler, it fails spectacularly. Later, when they step into the damp Manchester night under one umbrella, Davy turns suddenly serious. You know, I think this might be my new favorite kind of chaos. Taps her nose with a vinegar-damp fingertip. The quiet kind. Then he ruins it entirely by shaking rainwater onto her like a mischievous spaniel and bolting down the street, laughter trailing behind him. Some legends never change. Donna laughs, wiping drops of water from her face as she chases after him into the night. You're absolutely impossible, you know that? Davy turns back, a glint in his eyes. But you wouldn't have me any other way, sweetheart. She catches up, poking him playfully in the ribs. Don't get too cocky, Jones. He captures her fingers with his own, tugging her closer beneath the umbrella. Who, me? He feigns wide-eyed innocence. Cocky is just my natural state. Donna rolls her eyes, suppressing a laugh. Oh, I know, it's a daily battle to try and keep you humble. Davy grins. And how's that working out for you? She bumps his shoulder with hers. Better than you'd think. They walk in silence for a moment, the city lights reflecting in their rain-dampened footsteps. Then, with sudden seriousness, Davy takes her hand, stopping them mid-stride. "I have a question for you." The rain beads on his lashes as he searches her face, uncharacteristically hesitant. If tomorrow the monkeys disbanded, if the screaming crowds vanished and it was just me, Davy from Manchester again. He swallows. Would us still be enough? His thumb brushes her knuckles, a silent plea beneath the bravado. Donna meets his gaze, rain dripping from her lashes but warmth in her eyes. "Davy Jones," she says softly, squeezing his hand. "You were enough long before the monkeys, and you'll be enough long after." A pause, then a smirk tugs at her lips. "Though I won't lie, I'd missed the tambourine solos." He exhales a laugh, pulling her into a hug that smells of rain and vinegar and home. "Then I guess we're stuck with each other," he murmurs into her hair, before yelping as she pinches his side. "Oi!" She dances out of reach, grinning. "Prove it tomorrow by making me tea without burning it this time." Then she's sprinting ahead, laughter lighting up the wet pavement like stage lights. He lunges after her, rain-wet hair sticking to his forehead. "You and your damn high standards." She's giggling wildly as he scoops her up, slinging her over his shoulder like a rag doll. "Oi, put me down, you oaf! This isn't the encore." She bats at his back, laughing. "I swear, if you drop me..." And here's where we get dramatic, love. He spins her around the empty street, humming off-key. She shrieks, clutching the back of his shirt. "You're the absolute worst. I said put me down, not try and break my neck." He laughs, the rain slicking his hair back like a madman's. "What, you don't trust me to catch you?" "Given your track record, no," she hisses, trying to wriggle free to no avail, and absolutely ignoring the warm thrill in her stomach at being held so close. He laughs again, dropping a quick kiss on the back of her neck as he keeps twirling. "Just part of my charm, sweetheart." Donna finally wrenches free with a last playful shove, stumbling back onto the wet pavement, only for Davy to catch her wrist before she can fully escape. The street lamp flickers above them, casting gold over raindrops clinging to his ridiculous eyelashes. "Admit it," he murmurs, pulling her close again, this time face to face. "You like my brand of chaos." His thumb traces her pulse point where it's racing. "Maybe even love it a little?" She scoffs but doesn't pull away. Donna hesitates just a beat too long, just long enough for Davy's grin to turn downright triumphant. "That's all the answer I need," he declares, spinning her into another rain-soaked twirl before she can protest. "Now come on, let's find out if that chip-shop bloke actually banned me after the great ketchup incident of '66. Hand in hand, they vanish into the neon-lit downpour, two troublemakers chasing ordinary like it's the grandest adventure left. Fade to black, Finn. Hours later, the neon glow of a late-night diner flickers through the rain-streaked windows as Davy and Donna burst through the door, soaked to the bone but laughing. The place is blissfully empty except for a bored cook tossing chips in the fryer. He spots them with a groan. "Cook, I thought I banned you." Davy grins, pulling Donna closer as he shakes water from his hair. "A man can't get a simple meal around here without a welcome committee?" "Not when that man is you, Jones. Last time you were in here, you tried to balance a stack of salt shakers on Mickey's head, and then sang Daydream Believer at full volume when they fell." Donna snorts into her sleeve as Davy puts on his most wounded expression. "That was art." The cook sighs, already 2 plates of chips across the counter, extra vinegar, no tambourines. "Just eat and don't touch anything breakable." Davy winks at Donna as they slide into a booth. "So how long do you reckon till he notices the ketchup bottle pyramid I'm building under the table?" Some legends never learn. She swats his arm, fighting a smile. "You promised a boring night." He feigns innocence already, pocketing an assortment of condiments. "I am being boring. Very, very boring." She tries and fails to keep a straight face as the cook glances at the table, doing a double take. "I think your definition of boring and the rest of the world's are very different." Davy grins, offering his most charming smile. "Just doing my part to spice things up, love." She raises an eyebrow, suppressing a laugh. How thoughtful. He winks, dumping an absurd amount of vinegar and tomato sauce over his chips. I aim to please. She shakes her head, stealing a few of his chips. One day I'll figure out how you manage to be so effortlessly charming. Natural brilliance, he says with an exaggerated bow, and a killer sense of humor. Don't forget the humor. She snorts. Oh, I'd never forget that. Especially with your attempts at telling jokes. He clutches his heart, pretending to stagger. I'll have you know I'm hysterical. Pure comedic genius. She snorts, snagging another one of his chips. Keep telling yourself that, love. Maybe someday it'll manifest into reality. He narrows his eyes, nudging her foot under the table. Oi, hands off my chips. And my jokes aren't that bad. Donna grins, mischief sparking in her eyes as she swipes 3 more chips in one bold move. Prove it then. She gestures with a vinegary fry. Tell me your best joke right now. If it's actually funny, I'll give you back 1 chip. Davy gasps, slamming a dramatic hand on the Formica tabletop. That's daylight robbery. But fine, you asked for it. He clears his throat with mock gravitas. Why don't skeletons fight each other? Pauses for effect. Because they don't have the guts. Immediately dissolves into his own laughter while Donna stares blankly. I'll take that stunned silence as admiration. Steals 2 fries back mid-brag. She rolls her eyes, finally cracking a reluctant smile. That was the cheesiest joke I've ever heard. He shrugs, grinning. What can I say? I embrace my inner cheesiness with pride. She laughs, shaking her head. You're impossible. But you love it, Davy retorts, stealing back his chips. And maybe I'll even tell you another joke later. After you've properly appreciated the brilliance of the first. She grins, swiping another fry. Oh no, another one? However will I resist the witty brilliance? Davy huffs dramatically, dumping another mountain of vinegar and tomatoes on his chips. You're just jealous of my comedic genius, love. She laughs, nudging his foot back under the table. If by genius you mean ability to tell the cheesiest jokes in existence, sure. He clutches his chest again, feigning offense. Those are some fighting words, sweetheart. I'll have you know my jokes are a treasure. She rolls her eyes, biting back a smile. Just like your modesty, I'm sure.